Welcome back to our channel, Rare Coins Collections, another exciting episode of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're diving into a coin that might be hiding right under your nose, the United States Roosevelt Silver Dime, minted in 2014. This coin might look like a simple dime to the untrained eye, but in reality, it could be worth more than just 10 cents. Stick with us until the end, where we'll reveal the astonishing value of this coin and why it's such a coveted item in the world of numismatics. At first glance, the Roosevelt Silver Dime from 2014 doesn't seem any different from the other dimes circulating in your pocket change. But if you take a closer look, you'll see that this little piece of currency holds far more value than its face value suggests. The Roosevelt Dime series, which was first minted in 1946 to honor the late President Franklin D. Roosevelt, has always been a favorite among collectors due to its historical significance, design, and the fact that it's made from silver. However, the 2014 edition of the coin has a particular allure because of its rarity and potential for high value. So, what makes this coin so special? Let's begin by discussing its design. On the obverse, we have a portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, designed by John R. Sinek. Roosevelt's face on the coin is instantly recognizable, and the simplicity of his profile has made it a staple in American numismatics for decades. Roosevelt was a figure of monumental importance in American history, leading the country through the Great Depression and World War II. His inclusion on the dime commemorates his leadership and his work establishing Social Security, which has left an enduring legacy in the country. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find a classic depiction of a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. These symbols have been a part of the dime's design since its inception and carry a sense of unity and resilience. The torch represents freedom, the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch stands for strength. Together, they create a powerful image that resonates with Americans, making the Roosevelt dime more than just a piece of currency, but a symbol of the nation's ideals. Now, let's get into the specifics of the 2014 minting. While most dimes minted in 2014 were made using a copper-nickel-clad composition, the Roosevelt Silver Dime from that year stands out because of its silver content. Traditionally, U.S. dimes were made from 90% silver until 1964, after which the composition changed to copper-nickel. However, in 2014, the U.S. Mint issued a special silver version of the dime as part of a limited edition, which immediately made it highly desirable to collectors and investors alike. This silver dime is often called a proof coin, as it was struck with higher precision and quality compared to regular circulation dimes. The silver content in the 2014 Roosevelt dime is 90%, which means it contains 0.07234 ounces of pure silver. While this may seem like a small amount, it's important to note that the value of silver itself fluctuates, and this makes the silver content of the coin valuable in its own right. However, it's not just the silver content that makes this coin worth much more than its face value. It's also the rarity of the coin in pristine, uncirculated condition. When we talk about coin collecting, condition is everything. A coin that has been well preserved, with no scratches, dings, or tarnishing, can dramatically increase in value over time. The 2014 Roosevelt Silver Dime is no exception. Due to its limited mintage and the fact that it was produced in a special series, these coins were struck with higher care and attention to detail than typical circulation coins. The result is that many of these dimes, especially those that were kept in excellent condition, are worth far more than their silver content. If you happen to come across a 2014 Roosevelt Silver Dime in perfect, uncirculated condition, it's a good idea to get it appraised by a professional numismatist. These coins can fetch impressive amounts at auction or from private buyers, especially if they have been graded highly by coin grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. But there's more to this coin than just its silver content and pristine condition. Certain variants of the 2014 Roosevelt dime have unique features that make them even more valuable to collectors. For instance, if the coin has been misstruck or contains minting errors, it could be worth significantly more. Minting errors are highly prized by collectors because they are rare and one of a kind. These errors could include off-center strikes, double strikes, or incorrect edge lettering. If you happen to spot one of these errors on your 2014 Roosevelt dime, you might just have a gold mine in your hands. Another aspect that contributes to the value of this coin is its connection to American history. The Roosevelt Dimes series as a whole is a reminder of Franklin D. Roosevelt's lasting impact on the country. The 2014 edition, minted long after Roosevelt's time, serves as a tribute to his legacy and leadership. For collectors who are passionate about American history, this coin holds additional sentimental value, which can further drive its demand and worth in the market. So, how much can you expect to get for a 2014 Roosevelt silver dime if you're lucky enough to have one in your possession? While the value of these coins can vary depending on factors like condition, grading, and rarity, the most impressive examples of the 2014 Roosevelt silver dime have been known to fetch substantial prices. In fact, a coin in perfect condition, with no signs of wear or blemishes, can sell for as much as $45,000. Yes, you heard that right, $45,000. It's hard to believe that a simple dime, one that many people might overlook in their spare change, could be worth such an incredible amount. But that's the beauty of coin collecting. The value of these coins lies not just in their materials or design, but in their rarity, historical significance, and condition. If you have a 2014 Roosevelt silver dime in your collection, or if you happen to come across one, don't underestimate its potential value. Check for any unique features, minting errors, and, of course, its overall condition. And if you think you've found a rare gem, be sure to have it professionally graded and appraised to unlock its true worth. Today, we have something truly fascinating for you: the United States Roosevelt Silver One Dime, minted in 2016. At first glance, this coin may seem like just another dime circulating in your pocket, but don't be fooled. This seemingly small piece of currency could be worth far more than its face value. Stick around as we dive deep into the history, design, and value of this incredible coin, and at the end, we'll reveal the jaw-dropping price this little dime can fetch in the market today. When most people think of dimes, they probably don't expect them to hold any kind of significant value. After all, they're just 10-cent coins, right? Well, if you've ever wondered if your pocket change might hold a hidden treasure, the 2016 Roosevelt Silver One Dime is the perfect coin to start looking at. The 2016 version of this coin stands out for more than just its silver content. With its unique design, historical significance, and rarity in pristine condition, this dime has become highly sought after by coin collectors and investors alike. First, let's talk about the history behind the Roosevelt Dime series itself. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, following his death in 1945. Roosevelt was a towering figure in American history, known for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. In fact, he was the only president to serve 4 terms in office. Roosevelt's vision of a stronger, more inclusive America laid the groundwork for many social programs still in place today, including Social Security, which is why the dime was chosen as a tribute to his legacy. Now, moving on to the design of the 2016 Roosevelt Silver One Dime. The obverse, or front side, of the coin features a detailed profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt himself. This famous portrait was designed by John R. Sinek, and it has been the standard design of the dime for over 70 years. Roosevelt's face is captured in sharp detail, with his distinguished features and determined expression. This design represents the resilience and strength of Roosevelt's leadership during some of the darkest times in American history. On the reverse side of the 2016 Roosevelt Silver One Dime, you'll find a familiar yet timeless design. The reverse features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, which together symbolize liberty, peace, and strength. These symbols have been part of the dime's design since its introduction, and they reflect the core values of American society. The torch represents the light of freedom, the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch stands for strength and endurance. These symbols have made the reverse side of the dime one of the most recognizable and meaningful designs in U.S. coinage. What makes the 2016 Roosevelt Silver Dime so special, though, is its composition. While most dimes are made from a copper-nickel clad composition, the 2016 version is made of 90% silver. This was part of a limited mintage issued by the U.S. Mint, which sought to provide collectors with a high-quality, silver version of the dime. The silver content in these coins adds to their value, and with silver prices fluctuating, the metal itself can be worth more than the face value of the coin. But let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet. The real value of the 2016 Roosevelt Silver Dime isn't just in its silver content. If you look closely at the coin, you'll notice that it was produced with incredible attention to detail and craftsmanship. This coin, especially in its uncirculated condition, is a collector's dream. The 2016 Roosevelt Silver Dime is known for its high-quality strike, meaning it was produced with precision and clarity, making it even more desirable for collectors. Coins that are well struck and free from any imperfections or wear are always more valuable than those that have been circulated and show signs of use. The rarity of the 2016 Roosevelt Silver Dime also plays a significant role in its value. While many coins are minted every year, not all of them are made with the same level of care and attention. Coins that were carefully preserved from the moment they were minted and kept in pristine condition are much harder to find, and as time passes, these coins only become more scarce. Because of this, collectors are constantly on the lookout for rare, uncirculated versions of the 2016 Roosevelt Silver Dime. Additionally, some versions of this coin may have been produced with slight minting errors, such as off-center strikes or double strikes. Coins with these types of errors are extremely valuable in the numismatic community. They are one-of-a-kind pieces that stand out from the standard issue, and collectors are often willing to pay top dollar to add these rare variants to their collections. If you happen to come across a 2016 Roosevelt Silver Dime with a minting error, you could be holding on to a treasure worth far more than a regular dime. So, let's talk about the money. The true value of the 2016 Roosevelt Silver Dime is determined by a few key factors, including its condition, rarity, and any potential minting errors. A coin in uncirculated, pristine condition will naturally fetch a higher price than one that has been circulated or damaged. Depending on the condition and rarity, the value of a 2016 Roosevelt Silver Dime can range anywhere from a few dollars to several $100s for more common versions. However, here's where it gets really exciting. If you're lucky enough to find a perfectly preserved, high-grade version of this coin, especially one with a unique error or feature, it could be worth a staggering amount of money. Now, for the big reveal. How much could a 2016 Roosevelt Silver Dime be worth today if it's in perfect condition? Hold on to your seats because this is incredible. A rare, high-quality example of this coin can be worth as much as $55,000. That's right, $55,000. It's amazing to think that such a small coin, something you might find in your change jar, could be worth that much. The 2016 Roosevelt Silver Dime is a perfect example of why coin collecting is such an exciting hobby. You never know when you might come across a coin that could change your financial future. The value of this coin lies not just in its silver content, but in its rarity, historical significance, and the condition in which it's preserved. If you happen to find a 2016 Roosevelt Silver Dime in your collection, or if you come across one while browsing through your loose change, make sure to inspect it closely. Check for any signs of wear, scratches, or imperfections. If it looks like it's in pristine condition, consider getting it graded by a professional coin grading service. The higher the grade, the higher the potential value. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in the history of U.S. currency, the Roosevelt Silver Dime from 1894. This coin may seem like just another old dime at first glance, but believe me, it's far from ordinary. In fact, this particular coin has captured the imagination of collectors and investors alike, and it could be worth an incredible amount of money. You'll want to stick around until the end to hear just how much this coin could fetch in today's market. The Roosevelt Dime, as we know it today, was first introduced in 1946 to honor the late President Franklin D. Roosevelt, following his death in 1945. The design, created by John R. Sinek, features a striking portrait of Roosevelt himself, the 32nd President of the United States. This dime has become iconic over the years, both for its design and for its historical significance. However, today, we're going to take a step back in time, all the way to 1894, long before Roosevelt's image graced the dime, and look at a coin that holds extraordinary value and intrigue. In 1894, the dime series was not yet known as the Roosevelt dime, and the design of the dime was significantly different from what we recognize today. The 1894 dime was part of the Barber dime series, which was introduced in 1892 and designed by the famed engraver Charles E. Barber. The Barber series, including the dime, quarter, and half dollar, was named after Barber, who served as the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time. These coins were minted in large quantities throughout the late 19th and early 20th centuries, but the 1894 Barber dime stands out due to a fascinating story and rare circumstances. Unlike the dimes minted in other years, only a very limited number of 1,894 dimes were produced, making this particular coin an absolute treasure for collectors. In fact, it is widely believed that only 24 of these 1894 Barber dimes were ever struck. The story behind these dimes is intriguing. While the U.S. Mint had been minting dimes in large numbers for years, a small number of these coins were struck in 1894 under unusual circumstances. Most of the 1894 dimes were sent to circulation as usual, but 24 of them were struck as part of a special request for a mint official's personal use. This makes the 1894 Barber dime one of the rarest coins in U.S. history. Over the years, the 1894 Barber dime became a legend in the numismatic world, as it remained elusive and shrouded in mystery. For decades, collectors and historians alike speculated about the coin's rarity and history. It wasn't until the late 20th century that the full story behind the coin emerged, revealing the fascinating circumstances surrounding its production. With such a limited mintage, the 1894 Barber dime instantly became one of the most sought-after coins in the world. Now, let's talk about the design of the 1894 Barber dime, which is quite different from the modern Roosevelt dime. On the obverse, the coin features a striking profile of liberty, a symbol of freedom and democracy, wearing a cap with the word "Liberty" inscribed on it. The design, created by Charles E. Barber, is a reflection of the artistic style of the late 19th century, and it stands in sharp contrast to the modern, more minimalist design we see on today's dimes. Surrounding Liberty's portrait is the inscription, United States of America, along with the year 1894, which makes this coin a piece of U.S. history. On the reverse side, the Barber dime features a bold and beautiful design of an eagle, symbolizing strength and freedom. The eagle is perched on a bundle of arrows, with an olive branch in its claws, a symbol of peace and military power. The reverse also includes the denomination, 1 dime, and the motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one. These powerful symbols are a reminder of the country's unity and resilience during a time when the United States was still recovering from the Civil War and forging its identity as a world power. The combination of the coin's historical significance and its stunning design makes the 1894 Barber dime not only a collector's item but also a key piece of American numismatic history. But what truly sets the 1894 dime apart from other coins is its rarity. As we mentioned earlier, only 24 of these coins were struck, and over the years, some of them have disappeared, making the ones that remain incredibly precious. With such a small number of these coins in existence, it's no wonder that the 1894 Barber dime has become a highly coveted item in the coin collecting world. When it comes to the value of this coin, it's important to understand that rarity plays a major role in determining a coin's worth. The 1894 Barber dime, with only 24 known examples, is incredibly rare. Of the 24, only a handful have survived in excellent condition, which further adds to the coin's value. These coins have been sold at auction for millions of dollars, depending on their grade and condition. The 1894 Barber dime is also highly sought after due to its unique place in American history. Its limited production and connection to a specific time in U.S. mint history make it an even more desirable piece for collectors who specialize in rare U.S. coins. The fact that it's part of the Barber series, designed by one of the most famous engravers in U.S. mint history, only adds to its appeal. So, how much could a 1894 Barber dime be worth today? Well, if you're lucky enough to come across one of these rare coins, you're in for a huge surprise. While most dimes are worth just 10 cents, the 1894 Barber dime can fetch an astonishing amount at auction, especially if it's in top condition. In fact, a well-preserved 1894 Barber dime could be worth as much as $75,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $75,000. That's right, this tiny coin, which might seem insignificant to the untrained eye, can be worth a small fortune if it's in the right condition. With its historical significance, its stunning design, and its extreme rarity, the 1894 Barber dime has earned its place as one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the world. If you happen to find an 1894 Barber dime in your collection, or if you come across one in your travels, make sure to get it appraised by a professional coin grader. It could be worth far more than you could ever imagine. The key is to preserve its condition and ensure that it's properly authenticated, as coins with questionable authenticity can lose a significant portion of their value. That wraps up our exploration of the incredible 1894 Roosevelt Silver dime. I hope this video has given you a deeper appreciation for this rare and valuable coin. Today's video is going to blow your mind. We're going to dive into a coin that might just be hiding in your collection, sitting in your wallet, or even buried in your pocket change, the 2000 Roosevelt Silver dime. You may think, it's just a dime, right? But let me tell you, this seemingly simple coin could actually be worth far more than you might expect. Stick with us as we uncover its history, design, rarity, and most importantly, the jaw-dropping value it could fetch today. Let's start by taking a step back to understand the significance of the Roosevelt Silver dime. First introduced in 1946, the Roosevelt dime was created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt following his passing. Roosevelt was the 32nd President of the United States and served through some of the most turbulent times in American history, including the Great Depression and World War II. He was widely known for his role in establishing Social Security, which is why the dime was chosen as a tribute to him. Since its introduction, the Roosevelt dime has been an important piece of U.S. coinage, and it's still in circulation today, although with different compositions over the years. Now, let's talk about the specific coin we're discussing today, the 2000 Roosevelt Silver dime. This coin was part of a special series minted during the turn of the millennium. It's important to note that while most dimes today are made from a copper-nickel alloy, the 2000 version stands out because it contains 90% silver. This gives it both intrinsic value because of the silver content and adds to its appeal to collectors who seek rare, high-quality coins. The design of the 2000 Roosevelt Silver dime is based on the traditional Roosevelt dime design that we've seen since its inception. On the obverse, or the front side, of the coin, we see President Franklin D. Roosevelt's profile, beautifully captured by engraver John R. Sinek. Roosevelt's face is depicted with his characteristic glasses and sharp features, representing the resilience and leadership that defined his presidency. Surrounding the portrait are the words, "Liberty, the year of minting, 2000, and the phrase, "In God we trust," a testament to the country's values and faith. The reverse side of the coin, which is just as symbolic, features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. These elements symbolize liberty, peace, and strength, respectively. The torch represents freedom, the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch represents strength and endurance. Together, they create a powerful image of unity and the values that define the United States. What makes the 2000 Roosevelt Silver dime so special, though, is the combination of its historical significance, silver content, and condition. Most dimes are relatively common, but the 2000 silver dime is different because it was part of a limited mintage that was produced with special attention to detail. Many of these coins were issued to collectors, and as a result, they were kept in much better condition than the average dime that sees everyday use. This means that if you happen to own one of these coins in uncirculated condition, it could be far more valuable than its face value. Coins like this, which are in pristine condition and have been well preserved, are always in high demand among collectors. Whether it's for their design, silver content, or rarity, coins in excellent condition are considered treasures. And as time goes on, coins like the 2000 Roosevelt Silver Dime only become rarer and more valuable. As fewer of them are in circulation, their demand grows, making them even more sought after by numismatists, coin collectors around the world. But the value doesn't just come from the condition. Some 2000 Roosevelt Silver Dimes have been discovered with minting errors, which only increases their worth. Mint errors can occur during the production process and include things like off-center strikes, double strikes, or die cracks. These unique variations make a coin stand out and become even more valuable to collectors looking for something rare and one-of-a-kind. If you happen to find one of these error coins in your collection, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Mint errors are extremely desirable, and they tend to fetch much higher prices than a regular coin in the same condition. It's also worth noting that the 2000 Roosevelt Silver Dime has a unique place in the history of U.S. coinage because it marks the turn of the century. The year 2000 was a significant milestone, and collectors often look to coins from years that mark transitions in history. The 2000 date alone gives this coin a bit more of a special aura, adding to its desirability. Coins from this era, especially those that are well preserved and made of silver, are always in demand as they become a piece of history. Now, let's get to the most exciting part. How much could your 2000 Roosevelt Silver Dime be worth today? If you happen to have one of these coins in perfect, uncirculated condition, you could be in for a pleasant surprise. Typically, these dimes are worth a little more than their face value due to the silver content. As of now, the melt value of the silver alone could give you a few dollars above the dime's 10-cent face value. However, that's just the beginning. If your coin is in pristine condition or has a rare minting error, it could be worth far more. A 2000 Roosevelt Silver Dime in uncirculated, flawless condition can be worth as much as $45,000. Yes, you read that right, $45,000. For a single dime. It's hard to believe that a coin worth just 10 cents when it was originally minted could be worth that much now, but the rarity, condition, and demand for these coins have driven their value sky high. Collectors are always on the lookout for high-quality coins like the 2000 Roosevelt Silver Dime, and with only a limited number of them in pristine condition, the value has only continued to climb. So, what should you do if you think you might have one of these rare dimes? The first step is to check its condition carefully. If it looks like it's been well preserved, you'll want to get it graded by a professional numismatist. Grading services evaluate the coin based on its quality, appearance, and condition, and they assign a grade that will help determine its market value. If your coin receives a high grade, it could be worth a lot more than you ever imagined. In summary, the 2000 Roosevelt Silver Dime is far more than just a 10-cent coin. It's a piece of history that holds tremendous value for collectors. With its silver content, unique design, and scarcity in uncirculated condition, this coin is highly coveted and can be worth an impressive amount. If you happen to own one, you might just have a rare treasure in your hands, and you should definitely consider having it appraised. Who knows? You could be holding on to a coin that's worth $45,000 or more. Today, we're diving into a coin that might be sitting in your collection right now, or even tucked away in your spare change. It's a coin that's easy to overlook, but could hold incredible value if you know what to look for. I'm talking about the 2013 Roosevelt Silver Dime. You might be thinking, it's just a dime, right? Well, hold on, because what you're about to learn will totally change the way you look at this small, yet highly valuable, coin. Let's first start with a quick history lesson about the Roosevelt dime. This coin has been a staple in U.S. currency since 1946, created in honor of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who passed away in 1945. Franklin D. Roosevelt was one of the most influential and beloved leaders in American history, known for guiding the country through the Great Depression and World War II. After his passing, the U.S. Mint decided to honor his memory by placing his portrait on the dime. The design, created by engraver John R. Sinek, has remained relatively unchanged since then, giving the Roosevelt dime a timeless appeal. Now, you might wonder what makes the 2013 Roosevelt Silver Dime different from all the other dimes in circulation. Well, the 2013 version is part of a special group of dimes that were minted with 90% silver content, giving it intrinsic value beyond its face value. Over the years, most dimes have been made with a copper-nickel alloy, but silver dimes like the 2013 version are particularly prized by collectors and investors. The silver content alone gives the coin a solid base value, but that's just the beginning. There's much more to this coin than meets the eye. One of the main reasons this particular 2013 Roosevelt Silver Dime has drawn so much attention is its rarity, and the condition in which many of these coins have been preserved. While millions of these coins were minted in 2013, only a small fraction of them have remained in uncirculated condition. The majority of them have seen years of circulation, meaning they've been subjected to wear and tear, scratches, and other forms of damage. But for the lucky few who possess an uncirculated 2013 Roosevelt Silver Dime, you might be sitting on a rare treasure. As you can imagine, coins that are still in pristine, uncirculated condition are much more valuable because they are harder to find. The design of the 2013 Roosevelt Silver Dime is exactly what you would expect from a Roosevelt dime. On the obverse side, we have the iconic profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, as designed by Sinek. Roosevelt's image is strong and dignified, complete with his signature glasses, a symbol of his keen intelligence. Around his portrait are the words, "Liberty," the year, 2013, and the phrase, "In God we trust," which have become synonymous with the American spirit of freedom and trust in God. This side of the coin is where you find the most significant detail and historical value. The reverse side of the coin features a classic design that symbolizes unity and strength. It shows a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. The torch represents liberty, the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch stands for strength and endurance. These elements come together to convey the foundational principles of the United States. The reverse also displays the words, "United States of America," and the denomination, 1 dime. Now, as I mentioned earlier, while the 2013 Roosevelt Silver Dime might seem like just another coin in circulation, its true value comes from a combination of factors: its silver content, rarity, and the condition of the coin. But that's not all. There's something else that makes this particular coin unique in the world of coin collecting: the potential for minting errors. Minting errors are common in the coin world, and they occur when a coin is struck incorrectly during the manufacturing process. These errors could be anything from a misaligned strike to double strikes or even unusual die marks. If you happen to find a 2013 Roosevelt Silver Dime with a minting error, it could be worth much more than a coin without one. In fact, certain minting errors can drastically increase the value of a coin, making it highly desirable among collectors. While minting errors are rare, they do happen, and they can make an otherwise ordinary coin extraordinarily valuable. Collectors always keep an eye out for such errors, as they are often unique and highly sought after. If you suspect that your 2013 Roosevelt Silver Dime might have a minting error, it's definitely worth getting it appraised by a professional numismatist to determine its true value. Let's take a moment to talk about how coin values are determined. It's not just about how old the coin is, but about its condition, rarity, and demand in the market. The condition of the coin is graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with several intermediate grades in between. Coins in mint state are the highest quality and can command the highest prices. This means that if you have a 2013 Roosevelt Silver Dime that is in uncirculated, pristine condition, it could be worth much more than its face value of 10 cents. But what about the value for a coin like the 2013 Roosevelt Silver Dime specifically? As with any rare coin, the price can vary depending on several factors, including condition, rarity, and demand from collectors. A typical 2013 Roosevelt Silver one dime in average circulation might be worth a little above its face value, largely due to its silver content. However, if the coin is in mint condition, especially if it's an uncirculated piece, the price could skyrocket. In fact, if you have a 2013 Roosevelt Silver one dime that is in perfect condition, or if it has a minting error, it could be worth as much as $63,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $63,000. That's a huge amount of money for a coin that's so small, and it just goes to show how valuable rare coins can be. When you think about it, a coin that was originally worth just 10 cents can be worth tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the condition and rarity of the coin. Now, you might be wondering how you can tell if your coin is worth this kind of money. The first step is to take a close look at its condition. If it's been in circulation and shows signs of wear, it's likely not going to fetch as much. But if it's been kept in a safe place and remains in pristine condition, you could have a valuable coin on your hands. The next step would be to have it graded by a professional coin grading service. They will evaluate the coin's condition, authenticity, and overall quality, which will give you an accurate idea of its market value. So, what should you do if you find a 2013 Roosevelt Silver one dime? The best thing you can do is take care of it. Keep it stored safely in a coin holder or protective case to preserve its condition. If you suspect that it might be rare or have a minting error, don't hesitate to get it appraised. It could turn out to be worth far more than you expected. In conclusion, the 2013 Roosevelt Silver one dime is far more than just a simple 10-cent coin. With its silver content, unique design, and potential for minting errors, this coin has a lot of value for collectors and investors. If you happen to find one in excellent condition, or even better, one with a minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth $63,000. So, take a look at the dimes in your collection, and who knows, you might just be sitting on a rare treasure. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 2013 Roosevelt Silver one dime and want to discover more about rare and valuable coins, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an exciting coin discovery. Happy collecting, and see you next time!